Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. My apologies that we started late today, but we had such a phenomenal, high energy, uh, session with Andrew Lawless. If you didn't miss that, if you didn't catch that, you can go back and watch the replay. But such high energy, we just so much energy there. Just had to let that finish before we could get started on our next one. So today, who we have at Goal Set Coach is one of our clients who's in our Limitless Leader Accelerator program. So many of you have asked, like, what are the breakthroughs that our current clients are having right now that are in our program? Many of you are wondering, or maybe on the fence, like, what would that look like? So to answer some of those questions, we've asked some of our clients to come on. Yesterday, you heard from Sadia, who got 3 promotions within 18 months and also started her own company doing Zumba, right? So she started all that. She shared about the breakthroughs she's had with her relationships, her family, her community, and just everything that she's up to. And today we're bringing on Amanda. So let me bring her on. She's going to talk about how she's now on track to 6 figures. All right. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We're so excited to have you here. Thank you again for being a part of the 5-day workshop. I know that you were part of it when we were doing that in December. We kind of change it up every time. So thank you so much again to taking part of it. And you were telling me that you were getting so much out of it again just from doing it from 6 to, I think it was about 7-8 weeks ago that we did it.
Yeah, it was like the beginning of December almost. And I got so much out of it then. And even this time, like, because I'm in a different place, I'm getting something different out of it. And it's been incredible all over again.
Yes, phenomenal. Now, so a little bit of a background about you. You came to us, wanting to get your wedding dress business, boutique business off the ground. You've been doing it on the side, but you really like, this is my year. I really need to get this going, and not only just to be doing it as side income, but really making it something that you want to do. So tell me about that. Where were you about 6-7 weeks ago, and what breakthroughs, or what is it looking like? Like, okay, what was it? A day in the life, Amanda. Let me slow down. Day in the life of Amanda 6-7 weeks ago, before me, being in our workshop and then joining our program.
Complete overwhelm.
Oh.
So the pandemic really slowed down my business. Of course, it's weddings, and a lot of them got shut down. My season didn't start until June, and it was just so hard because I wasn't getting anybody coming in. So I started making masks in April. That became like something I was doing consistently. Scrub caps I did consistently. I was so happy to help all those nurses and doctors, but I wasn't focusing at all really on the bridal business. I was just trying to survive and make money, really. So I was doing everything that I could to do that. So I got really overwhelmed. I started doing a lot of like personalized items at Christmas, like making stockings and things and I love doing all the things creative. I love it. I love creating for everybody. However, it wasn't my calling. I felt very inadequate because I wasn't doing exactly what I wanted to be doing. And I wasn't anymore. I was scattered, and I was like very frustrated with my kids, and I just wanted to get my work done so that I could make the money to feed them. All the things, right? So it was a really, really hard time just a couple months ago. And yeah, I feel like that a day in the life would be just not excited to get up, just like, okay, let's do this and get all the work done. And what do I got to do today? And where is my husband to help me with the kids so that I can get that stuff done? It was very chaotic. And once Christmas Eve hit, and this was after the coaching session, which was incredible, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. But once Christmas Eve hit, after putting those presents under the tree, I was depleted. I just felt like, like totally, finally, just nothing. And I hadn't taken a break for so long because I didn't schedule that in for myself. So it sucked. Like feeling that way really sucked. And then I took 2 weeks off to just let myself be. And that was because of you guys. I was going to start working again, like right after Christmas, but because of you guys, I started blocking in time for myself.
Yeah. No, I remember one of our first sessions, we didn't actually like kick it off till January, but we had,
Yes.
because we wanted you all to have the space to close the chapter of 2020 and really be with that, what it was not, and then start generating like a whole new way of being for 2021. And I think you really took on that process. You went through the questionnaires that we put you through, you joined our call. And what I love about you and Sadia and everybody in our group is you all are so coachable and you really take it on. And because of that, there's been tremendous amount of change in the short time that we've been working together. So can you tell the audience, like, what was it like when you just even through that 5-day workshop, when you went through it, what happened for you? Because I remember hearing your story and I was just like,
what? Clarity. The very first day was like, oh, seriously. Like, I was like, yeah, let's get clear. And I did my words. I did all the work. I really, I think that the best part was that I did all the work, because that really helped me to get that clarity in what I wanted to do for my life and my family. And one of the things that you guys really talk about is think limitless. Don't put a limit on things. So my bigger dreams were not as big as I wanted them to be. Now the dreams I have are so much bigger, and I know that I can reach them. And I'm super excited about that. And then being able to quit things which weren't serving me. So I love doing the personalized items. I'll still do them if they're requested, as if my brides want them for their ladies. But I don't think it's something that I'm going to be doing consistently like I was before, because it's not something that I want. So that was something that I quit. And I mean, every single day was amazing. Every single day I got something out of it. Blocking time, using that, was it day 2?
We took day 3. We talk about balancing your goals and your life.
Yes.
We talk about
the opportunity one. Oh my God, that was really, really helpful in so many ways, because I use it now, like for little things, even if I should hire someone or take a course, like it just works so well. And then the final day, I took my bold move and I messaged like 20 or 30 people, whether it was last year that I talked to them or people that I have had through my Instagram. I just went through my whole Instagram, messaged them, went through my whole Facebook, messaged them, and I booked 3 clients that day.
Yes. I was like, what? and you've been sitting on this whole time.
Yeah.
Right? You've been sitting on it. You got really, really clear what it is that you want, right? And that's what it takes. You've got to really get clear. And then the powerful way of quitting the way things are not working for you. We talk about this, that our comfort zone, and we were talking about this behind the stage too, our comfort zone is right here, right? I've got the house, I got the kids, I got this much in my, account, this one, right? That's where we are, comfort zone. And then we say, but I want this, and I need this, and I want to get here, and I want to do this, I want to do that. That's all outside of that comfort zone. So how do you get there? You have to stretch yourself. You have to get here. And it's painful. There's a lot of fear that comes out. There's a lot of things that are going to stop you, right? When you want to, like you were talking about, like being able to stretch yourself and contact those 20 people. But once you got through 5 and somebody, replied, then you were like, okay, let me keep going. Let me see what else I get. And you pass that fear. And when we've got a lot of people in our group who are wanting to attract the clients, sometimes they're right there and you don't even know. It's right there in your forefront and you don't even see it. And it's really who you're being, right? Because you showed up as yourself. Like, I want I want to be able to make your special day magical. And since we have the time during the COVID, why not spend the time now to work on that perfect dress that you want? And
Exactly.
oh my God. And then we've expanded in our program. We also have Leaders Incubator, and you did one of our workshops, and we were able to expand your offering where you can share it if you want to, but your offering that's unique. Because I said, well, what do you want to do? What is it that you love really about doing? And you said designing. So, okay, well, how can you do more of that and incorporated that into your package offerings? So do you want to share that with the group?
Sure, I can definitely share. So typically when I do a dress, I do a sketch up for them so that we are on the same page. We can make sure that we're on the same page. So if they have like several different pictures for the design, so I design it for them, and then they get that sketch, and it's something that they're able to keep as a keepsake. So in addition to that, I am now offering to do a sketch for their 1-year anniversary dress, which I thought was an awesome idea because people are going to be celebrating things a lot bigger, I think. And it's just a really nice way to have them celebrate that 1 year together. They did it. And for her to feel like a bride again, depending on what kind of style she wants. So yeah, I started offering that, and I got a lot of response for that, for sure. So and I even offered it to some of my brides that I've already booked, and they're really excited to have that as a part of their package as well.
That's phenomenal. And it's something unique. It's unique to you. And it incorporated something that you enjoy doing is the designing of things, right?
Yes.
And you said to me that seeing their faces, that you really miss doing those fittings. It's like seeing their faces when they try on the dress and how excited they are. So hopefully we'll be getting back there soon. It's just going to be a little bit of a time. We don't know how much time it'll take. I know in Canada you guys are in complete shut down right now. So
yeah, here in Ontario. Yeah.
But making the most of the time. And what else did you create? Tell me, what else did you finish? Or I think you're finished, or you're almost done.
Oh, so I'm almost done. So right now I am creating a dress line for it's like destination honeymoon dresses. It's my very first wedding dress line, and it's one that's going to be able to be bought and purchased. And I just finished, so I have 4 of the dresses. I just finished creating 2.5 for fittings for my models. And I have 4 more to do. So there's 10 dresses altogether, and I have 4 more, and my shoot's not till July. So I still have lots of time. I'm totally on track. And that's because I'm able to block my time and schedule my time, even with my toddler, which was something that was really hard for me when we first started. But I've learned how to add like playtime with him instead of making it like the dreaded, oh my God, go because I'm tired and I need to work. Now it's like, okay, let's play. And we play a bit, and he's so good after that. Most of the time. He's still 3, but
he is 3-year-olds are going to be 3-year-olds. Just
yeah, exactly.
And then when they become teenagers, they're going to be teenagers. Just going to say they're their own people, and we just have to be, as moms, we have to be flexible, right?
Yes, for sure. Definitely came into the flexibility more through the program.
Yeah. You talked about feeling inadequate. And I remember you talking about having those headaches. And so I brought up, I was like, are you feeling inadequate somewhere?
Yes.
And so tell us about the headaches that you were having.
Oh, okay. So in 2016, I had a concussion, and it wasn't a severe concussion, but clearly it did the nerve damage because I still get affected from it. And I was having these terrible, terrible like concussion headaches where it was like my whole entire scalp was on fire, and I couldn't look at screens or do anything for long periods of time. I think that I pushed myself really hard during the holiday season that I almost like fainted one day. It was really bad. And so ever since I joined the program, Headaches have lessened. Like I can deal with them. It's still kind of there, but that's just the kind of reality of it.
Well,
But I
you
can
had a
function.
physician now about that,
Yes,
right?
I
So,
just got
yeah.
glasses. So I'm hoping, not these ones, but I'm hoping that the glasses that I do receive will totally, completely diminish them, because that would be amazing. But I no longer have that like veil fog that I had. I can live with them and still be energetic and share with my family like myself, because I wasn't myself for
Yeah.
months and months. It was lasting. So ever since I joined the program, I've been able to sleep. We've worked on talking about sleeping. My son is sleeping in his bed completely now. Some nights he gets up, but he's 3. But most of the time he stays in his bed, and I'm getting about 8 hours of sleep a night, which is unheard of. Like I didn't know that was a possibility. So we worked out our sleep schedule and everything, and it works. So it's really amazing.
That's so awesome. And one of the things that we discovered and we talked about was that our children can feel our energy. And so one of the things that Amanda said that she was struggling with was that he was always like needing her attention. So I asked her, "Are you feeling really anxious?" She goes, "Yes." I was like, "Well, when you feel anxious, your children feel that energy and they start to cling with you, because if you're feeling that, usually anxious comes from fear or overwhelm. And then when they feel that, they don't know how to deal with that, right? They're 3. So they'll cling to you. And so when you start to feel better, less anxious, less, overwhelmed, then they start to feel better. And now he can go sleep in his own bed and not feel
Yes.
that way, right?
Yes.
And
So good.
yes. So see how just changing that also changed the environment around you. So
Yes.
what we teach is that when you go limitless, the community around you starts to go limitless. Our community that we've created together is starting to go limitless and create limitless
Yes.
possibilities and opportunities for us. And just by that connection, because we feed off of each other's energy, right? And so it's really important to start surrounding yourself with that. Another thing you said was that your relationship with your husband is also, he said something, he made some comments about since you joined.
Yeah, he said that I seem much happier, and that as long as I'm happy, then that's all that matters. And he noticed that I'm happier. I mean, it's not to say that anxiety doesn't show up. When you're doing big things, you get scared, right? And but there's so many tools and so many people in this community that there's ways to work through that, so that you can remember your goals and your visions and get back to your present moment. And so I'm so grateful for the program, because when I do feel that anxiety again, which even when it shows up, it's not as bad, because I'm getting the tools to start moving forward from that. It's okay,
Yeah.
it's okay.
So
So
one of the exercises that we do is when we start to feel the anxiety, the anxiousness, is to really see where it's coming from. And if you what Mel Robbins, I think I sent you the videos too.
yeah,
Mel
yeah.
Robbins changed my life with just this one video where it says anxiety is really the key to figuring out that you're not present, and there's something there there's a fear or overwhelm that's happening, something not working that's triggering those emotions. So I know I did the work and I dug deep. I was like, oh, I'm having anxiety, and I get really curious. I'm like, why am I having anxiety right now? What's happening? What's not working? What is it that's really bothering me? Once I get connected to what that is and I call it out for what it is and tell myself, okay, these are just thoughts, because our thoughts are our assassin. Those fear and those, thoughts will like talk you out of
100%.
everything, because it wants to stay comfortable. It wants to stay in that little comfort zone and not expand itself. Because look, as we become adults, the environment, what we start to tend to do is protect ourselves, right? Because things have happened, we made up a story about it, and we start to protect ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. But is it serving you at that moment? And do those things that we're afraid of, does it really exist right now? You
Are
know?
you making it up or not?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
really we're limitless. No matter what we face, we'll be able to face it. We just get scared. We just get scared because we're like, oh no, what if this happens? Oh no, what if it's not happening, people? It's
For
not happening.
sure.
And what's happening is that you're changing the way you're being. And so your mind, your subconscious is like, uh-oh, Amanda's not sleeping like she used to. Amanda's doing like this. Amanda's not doing this. This doesn't feel normal. It's just kind of like, think about when you travel, for example. When I used to travel, I would not never sleep really well. You know, as much as I enjoyed it when I was like working and doing the things and meeting the people, I didn't, when I would come home, like my husband would laugh. I would get in my bed, and that comfort that I would feel in my bed, it's your brain, it's something that your brain feels is safe, secure,
Yes.
that, you know, like it feels good. So you can sleep good, right? So when your subconscious knows that you're in a different place, this is not something I'm used to, then if you start to have a little bit of anxiety, and then you can't sleep well. So think about it that way. When you are going from high achiever to limitless leader, you're starting to change the way you're thinking, to change the way you're doing. When you start to do that, your mind is going to come in and say, "Uh-oh, oh, what are you doing? This is making me feel anxious." And then you have to remind yourself that this is when you're growing. This is part of the growth. And that's where the coaches come in and say, everything,
Yes.
let's talk about what the thoughts are. Are these really existing? All it's saying is that what if, because it's something uncomfortable. It's not something you're used to doing or seeing or being, right? Now we just need to come back down and say, well, let's reframe that story that your mind is telling yourself, right? What is it exactly saying? Okay, so things are a little bit different now, and this is what it means. The adult conversation, we say, take yourself out of the child conversation and talk about it as an adult. How would you speak to someone? There's nothing wrong here. It's just you're doing something a little bit differently, right? And then once you start to recognize that and can take a deep breath and be like, oh, everything's fine. I got this. Then you start to calm down and start to feel better. And then you can start stretching yourselves again. So it's getting that comfort. Then you go to that next level. Then before you know it, you're achieving the goals. Why do people get stuck in scaling or growing the team? Because it's the pain of it to train somebody else, right? Or what if they take my material and run with it, right? This is all limited thinking. You have to go limitless. And have that support around you, because you are going to be confronted of yourself and get in your own way. It's going to happen. It happens to me and Alexis. And we've got coaches around us to support us through it, right? It's uncomfortable doing the things. It wasn't easy to get in front of the camera and talk to people when I'm used to doing one-on-ones or Zooms or whatever, but like to be totally out there and not knowing if anybody's liking anything or commenting anything, it's really intimidating, guys. But you had to get over it. And be like, if I'm not going to show up, then how am I going to help these people? So same for you. You're now on track for your 6-figure company that you're building, because we unfolded it. We went through a session in our program. We have the Leaders Incubator, where you get on the hot seat. We look at what you're doing in your business or project, whatever it is, and we start to unfold it. Where are you now? Where are you now in the comfort zone? Where do you want to be, right? And then how do we get there? We unfold it and we reverse engineer it from there. Once we reverse engineer it, then we know exactly how we need to price things, what things need to come into play, how do we create the recurring revenue, what does that look like as far as clientele. It's all of the things, and we look at it and we make it unique to that works with your lifestyle. Like you said, you've got small children, and you have to put in time to actually sew and all these things. So we've talked about what can you do to start outsourcing some of the things, as you start to grow. So really great. Now, what are you up to now? If you were to tell, a friend like where you were 8 weeks ago and where you are now, what would you tell your friend?
So it's definitely different. Now I'm solely working on my wedding stuff completely. I booked 4 brides for January, so that is 7 new clients
So
since I
3, yeah,
started the
3 in
workshop.
December, 4 in
Yeah.
January.
Yeah, and I am working on my dress line, which has been in my head for like 2 years and now is real because the pieces I've made.
It was
So
outside of your comfort zone and you started
yeah,
doing it. Yeah.
totally. Because I just kept putting it off, and now I'm booking it in, and I'll do a little bit, even if it's just a little bit. I get some done, right? And I'm healthier. I have liver disease, and I'm been working a lot on that. And I'm just happier because I'm eating well, I'm drinking all the water, I'm doing all the things to take care of myself. And then I don't have the headaches either, which is a
Yeah.
huge deal. And then I just have the freedom to spend time with my family. I'm actually booking time in to spend with them or have like little girl nights with my daughter so we can do our nails or whatever, just planning in those moments so that I don't miss them, because I was missing them. I'd be like, oh no, I can't come out because I have to work. And some people say that to their friends, but I was saying it to my family. I wasn't able to go to toboggan with them because I had to work. And now if I have to be like, no, you know what, I can't come because I'm doing this live, well, that's okay, because
Oh no.
that's okay. They're gonna get me time later once they get home, so it's okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I still booked it in, so it's fine. And I'm not working too much on weekends now either, which is good because I was doing that way too much before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things was you booked a call with us.
Yes.
How was
Yes.
that call with I remember it was with me.
Yes.
So it was with me. How was that call for you? Because it was I remember we just talked.
We were like friends.
Yes.
Instant friends, because I'm a pretty easy to talk to person, or so I've been told. So when you connect with someone else who is the same way, it's like you're friends already.
Yeah.
And we would have talked longer, but you needed to jump on to something else.
Probably another call.
Yeah. But we just had a 30-minute call, and I told you the things that I wanted to do, and we talked about a lot in that little 30 minutes. And that actually, it helped me shift. And whether or not I signed on to the program, it would have still helped me shift
Yeah.
to get to a clear place. The whole workshop, like, I would totally recommend, if you're on the fence, binge the workshop before it's off on Tuesday, because there's so much information that you get in it that no one will ever give you. No one. And I honestly feel like the both of you, you're so honest, and you're willing to share your knowledge, and that is why I signed up, because I know you have so much more to offer. Or I'm here, so I knew you had so much more to offer, and I was in for it. Like, I was ready for it, and I'm in it now. So and there's still so, like, it's only the end of January.
Yeah.
So
We just got started, girl.
it's been like 8 weeks, and the beginning of January was when it started. So
Yeah. And I tell people, and I've been telling people, I was like, our calls are not sales calls.
no, not at all.
It
Not
is not
in any way.
We clearly
No.
just want to help you. You signed up for this workshop because you wanted to achieve a goal. You saw something for yourself. And that's what our calls are. Then you asked me, like, so where do I sign up? And I was like, oh, I have to get another call, but when I get done, I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
You work it out. Oh yeah. Oh right.
Yeah.
So
And then I just had to let my husband know how much I was spending, and he was like, well, if you're going to be happy, then go ahead. I was like, awesome.
Do you think he would still have you sign up now now that he's seen the
Yeah.
yes?
Yeah, for sure. for sure.
Yeah.
And it was just so worth it, you know. And like I said, it's only the end of January. There's still 11 months left.
I'm
I
so
can't even,
excited.
like, I can imagine, but I can't even imagine how much more I'm going to grow with everybody, and watch all the others in the community grow too. Like, the
Yes.
things that everyone's doing is incredible.
Yes.
So it's so much fun to be a part of. And yeah, I can't wait to come on and share again at the end of the year, because let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it. I can't wait to. We get to keep these recordings. So you get to hear what you were saying now, and we'll send it to you again when you do it again at the end of the year. It'll be really amazing. I'm sure everybody will be waiting to hear. So one last thing I was going to ask you was that I lost it. I lost what it was. I lost what I was going to say. It'll come to me later. I can't remember at this point.
What am I excited to achieve now?
Yeah. Well, we talked about that kind of, but
we
yeah,
did. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's bigger, right? Like,
Yeah.
the line is definitely a big thing, and I have a lot to do with it. I'm looking to be featured in a magazine, or 3 publications. That's my reaching for. I want to go onto City Line and have a feature of my collection. When they have wedding season, when that's allowed again. I do have plans for another line already. It's already drawn up, already designed. So
Wow.
yeah, the goals I'm reaching for are much larger.
Tell me, what is your Instagram handle again? Amanda.
Your designer, Amanda Garrett.
Oh. Garrett.
That's correct.
Let me put that up there. So if you guys want to follow her, if you guys are into, following our clients, follow them. If you want to, she does wedding dress designing. She'll do anniversary dresses. If you know anybody who has anything coming up, she does everything custom. So do follow her. And
yeah, I post lots of pretty things. So if you like pretty things, come join my community.
Yes, so definitely follow Amanda. She's phenomenal with the work that she does, the intricate work that she does, the flow. I love the flow. It's very romantic type of wedding dresses. And I really like it. And we get to contribute to that, like being a part of that community and being able to contribute to you is really an honor. Thank you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for coming on today. And, and taking the time to also do the workshop again and understanding the value of it. That it's
so valuable. And if I'm being completely honest, and a lot of my friends and people who know me, they know that I don't say anything about anything unless it's working for me. I don't shout anything from the rooftops unless it's working for me. So
thank you for that. Thank you, Amanda. We love you so much.
Welcome. Of course. I love you guys too.
Yeah, I remember now what it was. Oh, you don't get just me. You get Alexis.
Yes, and Alexis.
Yeah. And we'll be bringing on guests. We haven't brought in any guests because we just got started with the new group, but we will be bringing on guests as well.
It's so good. And the thing is that you get to know you and Alexis. Like, I know who to come to in whatever I'm feeling, right? Like, I know that you're going to give me whatever I need for whatever, and the same with Alexis. And I'm so glad that I'm able to reach out to you guys whenever. You answer me whenever you can, but I can literally send you a voice note whenever I need to.
Absolutely.
And I love that. It's so connected. It's so awesome.
And we love you guys. We want you. Look, that's the reason why we created this community. And that's why Alexis and I came together. We knew that we both had different ways of coaching. We have different strengths. And that's what we wanted, is like that way you're not feeling stuck. You're with one, but now with this, you can get the business aspect of it. You can get the clarity aspect of it. You can get all the aspects. I'll have to ask you, what is the difference between us? But that's what you can get, So if you're on the fence to, signing up, I was trying to find our call link. I didn't get this together today. Let me give you the link, you guys, so that you know how to get in touch with us. but here's the link that you could go to and quickly book a call. And we're just going to talk. We're not salesy people.
Not salesy in any way. And I think that's
yeah.
I was so happy about the workshop and everything is I didn't feel like you were selling me. You were just giving me knowledge, and that's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want is to be knowledgeable, and how can I do better? How can I be better? Right? So even if you don't sign up, which you should, but if you don't take what you learn from the workshop, because it is 100% gold, complete gold. So, but you should sign up.
We'd love to have you if you feel
Yeah.
like this is a community. We'd love to have you if it works for you and it's something that you are on the fence about. Just let us have the conversation, see if it feels right. We don't want you to do anything that doesn't feel good for you, right? Obviously, because then we don't want you to come in and have any kind of regrets. So we want to make sure it's 100% for you before we even completely say, okay, here you go, we'll send you the link to sign up. So, but thank you again, Amanda. We're looking forward to 2021 and eventually attending one of your amazing exhibitions that you're going to have.
Yes.
So excited for you. So when this pandemic is over, we've got so much to celebrate. Alexis and I even want to create a retreat for all of our clients. So we just don't know when. We'll maybe at the end of the year, maybe next year. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm in for it. Whatever you do.
Right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Tomorrow we have. I'm just going to put you. Just hang on, okay? I'm going to bring you back. For the rest of the weekends, tomorrow we have Vanessa that'll be on speaking on the work from home struggles, how to tackle them. How do you get past, the kids all in your space, or working too many hours, or some of your bosses may be working a lot of hours, so you feel obligated to work all those hours. How to create the environment if you don't have a separate room for an office, how to create that environment. So all the things, any questions you have about that, bring them, send it to me in the DMs, post it on the thing, whatever questions you have. She will be here to answer those. And she's also a career coach. So if you're thinking about a new position, or you got an interview coming up, or if anything like that, she'd be a great person to connect with. I'd love for you to contact her and connect with her. So make sure you do that. Sunday night, tomorrow evening, we will have a private Zoom call. So the link is in the event in the Facebook group. It's also be emailed to you, so you can come and interact and talk to us. We'll just chit chat like friends. That's it. I've talked to many of you. We've had great conversations. It's so nice to meet you all and what you're up to, and get whatever it is. Like, if we can help you with it, we'll help you. If you know somebody, we'll connect you with them. So that's what it is, folks. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. If you haven't watched the replays yet, they're going to come down Tuesday evening. Let me know. I can send you the link to see all the replays. They're in the unit section of the Goal Set group where you can find them. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you back here tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern with Vanessa McConkey. Bye-bye.